Pieces of paper for munis on the Series 7. Well, the official statement is, I'll go over these, A, B, C, D, depending on what they're asking. If I ask you, what is the prospectus-like document when offering munis, right? So we need to know that municipal bonds are exempt securities under 33. When Congress passed 33 was and 34 were part of the New Deal, which is kind of a hint that the old deal must have sucked. Prior to 33, I'd say, trust me, you'll love it. 33 is the Prospectus or Paper Act. So, sometimes you can get questions right by just covering up your screen. Are they asking about people, paper, or paper, prospectuses? 33. People and places? 34. Right? So we exempted the government. The U.S. Treasury says we wouldn't rip you off. Your own government would rip you off. They're exempt. And the municipals are exempt. So I say the municipal issuer, I say, listen, since 1933, more often than not, when I've sold somebody a brand new security, they've grown accustomed to saying, can you send me something? Primarily a prospectus. And, the issuer says, well, Dean, we're exempt from that. We don't have to do anything. We don't need to comply with 33. We don't have any, MSRB has no regulatory authority over us. I said, well, yeah, that's true, but they do have regulatory authority over me as a broker dealer in the municipal securities business. And so I'm going to need an official statement. So that's the prospectus-like document. The trust indenture is the covenants. Covenants are written promises between the issuer and the trustee for the benefit of the bondholders. So when a bond defaults, we don't call the issuer, we call the trustee. The two biggest testable things about a trust indenture is that we would find the catastrophe call in the trust indenture. So, you have a revenue bond and the bridge is the user fees from the bridge pay the bond. The bridge collapses and I say, we're calling the bond. You said, Dean, you never told me about a catastrophe call. I said, well, MSRB rules say that I need not disclose a catastrophe call. It's bad energy talking about natural disasters, act of God stuff. That would be found in the trust indenture. The second thing that's very testable found in the trust indenture, by the way, that's the question about these documents. Where do you find things? What do they do? The other thing that's very testable is what's called the flow of funds. The flow of funds. The bond resolution, by the way, is one of the covenants or promises found in the trust indenture. Like the non-discrimination, where, everybody has to pay to use the facility, for example. But that's part of that document. Flow of funds would be part of the resolutions. Anyways, one of the covenants. And the one there that's testable is the difference between a net revenue pledge and a gross revenue pledge. Two questions. Where do you find it? Trust indenture. And then which fund has priority? Under a net revenue pledge, the fund that has priority, test question, is the operations and maintenance fund. I see you are missing a document. Or two more I would add to this, Cole. You should definitely know the notice of sale. The notice of sale is a piece of paper that would be published in the bond buyer. The bond buyer is a newspaper widely read in the municipal market. The notice of sale says, attention, attention, investment bankers. We're looking for some help. So this would be for a muni bond being done on a competitive basis, and then various syndicates would be formed to compete for that underwriting. They'd submit their bids, and whatever syndicate provides the issuer with the lowest net interest cost wins. So I would probably add to your testable pieces of paper a notice of sale. I would probably add to that the bond buyer, knowing that the newspaper widely read in the municipal market.